I am not good enough. I am not qualified enough. I do not have enough resources to start. I am not as smart as others. Everyone seems to be more qualified than me. What to do? We have all heard this tiny and sharp voice in our head, which actually holds us back from becoming the person we want to become and to realize the full potential in our life and career success. In this video, I'm going to offer you 3 practical and doable steps through which you can overcome self-doubt and direct you to take action in your life. So let's dive into straight. Hi, I'm Harsha Sharda and I help you to become the better version of yourself. So if you really think that someone needs to hear this today, please share this video with them. So let's get started. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will, as quoted by Suzy Casson. The feeling of self-doubt compels us to lose the battle before we even get started. We all have suffered from self-doubt at some point or other in our lives. Everybody suffers. There is no one in this world who doesn't have self-doubt, who doesn't doubt their abilities. We all have this moment of insufficiency and not being good enough for any chances or opportunities that we get in our life. But that doesn't mean that we are going to get away from our life and career goals, because self-doubt is the single most important reason why we do not get started at the first place. We do not even try for things in our life. We do not even try to experience things in our life. Self-doubt talks us out from doing the important things that matters to us to reach our goals and careers, to reach to the next level in our lives. For example, you know that you have to mail that CV to this person in your contact because you want to opt for that internship or you want that job. But you never do that. Why? Because there is self-doubt, because you end up thinking that, okay, what if I do not get selected? What if this person says something back to me? What if I do not meet the criteria? What if I do not have enough skill sets? Then this thought process goes on and it never stops. What actually happens is you talk yourself out of this particular action and you never ever take the action and you remain stuck in your life. Self-doubt actually make people stuck in their lives. They do not even try for anything in the life. With my 10 years of coaching and training experience, I have seen self-doubt being the number one reason why youngsters are suffering today. They do not even try for the things they want to achieve in life. And they always doubt their abilities. They always focus on the insufficiencies. They always focus on the resources that they do not have right now, or they cannot meet the requirements. But the thing is that it actually is making them stuck and they are not able to take decisions in their life, and they are procrastinating on taking on the decision. You can't overcome self-doubt completely. Neither you can overpower it in a single day. What we can do is we can just try to navigate self-doubt in our daily life so that it doesn't cripple us of making decision. It doesn't cripple us to the extent that we do not even move forward in our life and take the things and control of our lives in our hands. Here I'm telling you 3 tested and proven ways through which you can actually get rid of self-doubt. You can actually navigate your life and your career success despite of this negative feeling which is always pulling you down, which is always pulling you back and holds you back, that do not go for this next thing in your life. So what are those 3 steps? Let's begin. Number 1, acknowledge the source. Self-doubt always arises out of some source. If you have this feeling of self-doubt, there can be many reasons why you're having this feeling. Dig deeper into your thought process. Take a paper and write down these sources. Now the sources can be many. For example, number 1, uncertainty, fear of unknown, childhood memories, past bitter experiences, fear of failure, fear of rejections, and so on. There can be a variety of reasons for which you must be experiencing this self-doubt. Now these experiences which has actually happened in the past are triggering you right now also, is affecting your present as well as future. The problem with this is we do not recognize this particular source. You need to recognize them and you need to accept it, that this is what is triggering me. This is the past experience that is triggering me. This is something that has happened to me in the past. Now, what really happens is we dwell on that feeling for a longer period of time. We just keep thinking about it and we buy ourselves into this negative belief and we do not even recognize it. So, the first process is you need to recognize it. You need to acknowledge that this is the case. Now, what can I do? What can I do is what you can do about it. What you actually can do about this particular experience. It has happened in the past, but it is up to you and it is in your control whether you allow to seep it into your future and present, whether you want to get defined by some experience which has already happened in the past, but you want it to affect your future and your present decisions. No, you do not want to. So what better approach we can have is the past experiences, we have to leave it aside and you have to have new thought process and swap them with the beliefs which actually serve you. You need to swap those limiting beliefs with the beliefs that actually serves you for your future and present self. So here is the first point, that is acknowledge the source from where it is deriving, and 90% of the cases it is because of those past bitter experiences, because of the upbringing, because of the environment that we are born into. There are so many reasons that arises or triggers this self-doubt. Understand it, acknowledge it and accept it. One such example is the story of my student. One of my student has got through into a very professional and very good prestigious college, and he got through into that because of an entrance exam which was very tough to get through. And after getting through the college, when he started studying there, he realized that he was not able to participate in the discussions. He was not able to interact with the people around him. He was not his best self when it comes to extracurricular activities. He was really upset by this and he contacted me. When we both sat together, upon counseling, we realized by digging deeper into the issue that the real issue was his past bitter experience. It so happened that during his middle school studies, he once had to read from the textbooks, and while reading, he actually stammered a bit, and because of it, entire class has actually ridiculed him and made fun of him, and he became so upset with this thing that he never ever even tried to read or to participate in any of the activity in the school throughout his 12th class. But when he went to this very prestigious institute and he did not want to waste his time, he realized that this bitter experience of his is actually holding him back always to present his best self. It's actually deriding him of all the opportunities that comes in his way, and he's losing out on every chance to present himself. So he made peace with this past. I suggested him to let go of your past experience because it's never going to define his present and future. So that is the way I want to suggest you that if you have any such better past experiences, do not get defined by it. It is up to you to take control of your life in your hands and take the decision in the present moment, and do not attach it to the past experiences always. Now the next point is lead by curiosity and not fear. Now this is a very important reframing that you can do with your mind. We are always crippled by this fear of rejection, by this fear of what other people will say, by this fear of what if something bad happens, what if I mess up with something, what if I do not get this thing which I am applying for. So this fear actually cripples us down all the time, and it actually leads to inaction. We actually postpone our decision making because of that. We do not even start to do something. So what we can do instead is we can reframe our mind and we can lead with curiosity. We can be curious that what will happen if I apply for this job? What will happen if I make this call to this person for help? What will happen if I get enrolled in this training program? What will happen if I learn this skill? Always think about what could happen. So by asking yourself this question, that what will happen or what could happen, you will get a clarity, you will get a new perspective, and you can get a learning by doing that. Always you need to engage yourself in doing an activity before achieving any kind of clarity. You cannot achieve any kind of clarity in your life until you engage in some action. So it's better to lead by curiosity rather than always crippling down by the fear of it. So I suggest you to engage yourself. Doesn't matter what that action is. It can be really small, and start with small baby steps each and every single day, and it will lead to bigger things in your life. So let curiosity be your North Star. Now, number 3 is being proactive. What you can do is you have to be prepared always for the opportunities in advance. It has always been seen that people who are not prepared for an opportunity or chance always have this feeling of self-doubt. 90% of the time we are not prepared for the future. We are not prepared for what is going to come ahead of us. We do not prepare the things in advance. We do not become proactive, and then we cringe about it that I am not good enough. I cannot do this thing. Other people are better than me. I do not know this skill set. I do not have good communication, and all such reasons we have. We come up with one excuse after another excuse without even bothering to understand that we, the people, are sitting idle. We are not preparing ourselves for the future. We are not changing and adapting with the future requirements, with the future demands, especially in this time of pandemic, where we are expected to be in our toes, where we are expected to build up our skill sets. We are sitting idle for things to get normal. So I suggest you be prepared, rather be prepared. So if you have to make that phone call, always be ready with the script. If you have problem for speaking someone on the phone or reaching out a person for the help, what you can do is you can try to write a script of your own. Jot down all the points beforehand, what kind of help you want to ask for, what kind of action you want from that person, and then start with the phone call. If you have to present yourself somewhere, always be prepared with what you want to say, what you want to learn out of that particular experiences. So being prepared always pays off in your life, and you can crush your self-doubt only if you be prepared for the opportunities that might come in your future. So these 3 things, if you go step by step, that is first acknowledging the source of your self-doubt. What is the source? If it is a past experiences, let go of your bitter and past experiences. Take control of your present and make choices for your future. Second is lead by curiosity. Always choose to lead by curiosity rather than leading by fear. We have a choice that we can be curious, so always opt for being curious that what will be on the other side, rather than thinking about what could happen wrong. And third and most important one is being proactive. Always being ready and prepared before the opportunity knocks your door. So these are the 3 points that I have shared with you just now, which has really helped my students as well as me in the moments of self-doubt, in the moment of inadequateness, in the moment of insufficiency. That has really helped me get through the situation, and that only I'm sharing with you. And I'm really sure if you follow this, you will always be able to crush your self-doubt in a jiffy, and you will be directed to take action towards your successful career and goals. So with this, I want to end this video, and again I'm requesting you, if this valuable insight has been of any help to you, I request you to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with the friends, those who need to watch it. Thank you so much, and keep watching this space for new videos on personal development.